Peace. Infinite waters diving deep once again. We are breathing in that beautiful prana. How to leave a crappy job and blossom. Can I get a hello there? So recently I've been getting tons of questions from people who are in a job. They say they need the money. They don't want to be there, but they need the money. And I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey to do what I love every single day. Now, when you say my crappy job, do you know what you're doing? You are saying it's your fault. Okay, because we often say my job. So our job is now part of who we are. We'll come to that later. Now, I used to work with people with autism, OCD, ADHD. I loved it. But at the same time, I knew there was much more. The first tip I'm going to give you, what's the exchange rate? Right? A lot of people are breaking their backs, literally, to work in a job which doesn't give them anything but more back problems. Okay, so you spend all your money that you've earned on your back. Now, what's the exchange rate? Right? For all of those hours you're putting in your work, your job, what are you getting back? Because most of us, we only get back peanuts, if that. Okay, I used to work 12 hours a day and I thought, gosh, well, I just need the money because right now, I just need the money. I need to buy things, right? A lot of us, we're on the money train where we're just working so hard every day. We're in this competitive race. And what happens is I say the car breaks down. What happens when you are driving really fast? That's what work is like, okay? You're climbing the ladder of success to get that money. And then once you've got there, you're like, hey, is that it? Really and truly, is that it? And it's, yeah, that's it. Okay, and you're like, hey, where's the nearest exit? I want to get out of here. I want to climb down the ladder. And a lot of the times we have to make sure we jump off that ladder and make sure a safety net is at the bottom. Okay? So you're driving really fast and then you get a flat tire. Oh, what was that? Don't worry about it. Keep on driving, keep on working, even though you really should stop. Okay, don't worry about it. And then you get another flat tire. Oh, whoa, now I'm beginning to swerve. You're starting to question where you're working. Do you A, keep driving? B, pull over? C, ask the audience, the driver to your right or left? Or D, phone a friend? Nope, you went for B. You kept going, even though you know this work is killing you. And then the other tire goes, and then the other one, and now you have a breakdown. Can I get a hello there? Now, I've spoken about magic money. Okay? Money is energy, it's currency. But the highest form of wealth is your peace of mind. So I said along my journey, I love where I'm working. I don't really love it that much, to be honest. No, I don't. I'm going to be honest with myself. You got to get honest with yourself. I don't mind it. It's what I wanted to begin with. It's helped me in my evolution. Okay, I can transfer many skills I've learned from that job to somewhere else. But at the same time, the car is beginning to break down because I'm beginning to question the meaning of my life. I would stare outside the window, looking at the beautiful skies and say, I know I'm better. I know I deserve a lot better. I know I'm not here just to be a work machine. I want a better exchange rate. So what did I do? I came into nature and I said, can I get a hello there? That's a much better exchange rate because it feels fantastic. It doesn't matter if I give you all the money in the world. That's nothing if you don't really know who you are. So always ask yourself, what is the exchange rate? Have some pros and some cons. What does this work give you? And what does this work take away? A lot of people say, I don't have time. Well, I'm not surprised. You spend most of the day at work. Okay? And then you have to ask yourself, personal identity. Once again, we say, my crappy job, my terrible work. We have big cognitive dissonance, but we go there anyway because we've been stuck in this perpetual cycle, this routine for so long. We've been going down one avenue our whole life, thinking this is what life is about. You can go to your right, you can go to your left. There's another avenue for you to take, but you don't want to do that because it's become so comfortable. Never allow your comfort zone to become your secret prison. So you've got to start exploring different avenues. But with personal identity and work, I'm going to ask you right now, how much percentage would you say work defines you? What's the percentage? How much do you equate who you are with what you do? You might say 100%. Okay, let's go with 100%. So that means you are your work. If you keep blaming yourself, I made a bad decision. I know I shouldn't have signed that contract. It's too late. Take the lessons learned from that workspace and use that wisdom to propel yourself in the right direction or go down the right avenue. Okay, it's all a learning curve. You've got to realize that there is the other work. Okay, when I was working in a school as a psychologist, I loved it. But at the same time, I knew that I was nowhere near living my true potential. Can I get a hello there? Right? That's what I was doing. I was saying, hello there. I wasn't really doing the full hello there until I started to come to nature, baby. Can I get a hello there? That's better. Okay, the other work is where you start looking at your childhood passions, your hobbies, and then start to find your signature. You create value for the world. Because what happens to so many people in a job which doesn't serve them is that they give all their energy away to other people, okay, to their boss, to their co-workers, and they don't get anything back in return. Once again, bad exchange rate. And then you got to go home. You might see your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your husband or your wife, and you really don't want to talk to them right now. Okay, you just want to go and sit down with the dog, drink some tea, and meditate. You don't meditate though. No, you just quickly eat and then it's the same drill. That's what you wish you were doing. You don't have time for that. Definitely not. Right? So you have to realize that being in this job, how is it affecting your relationship with those people around you, the closest people around you? I realized when I was working, I didn't have time for nobody in a job which didn't serve me. Now I have time not only to share with the world daily, but to connect with amazing people every day, to have really, really, really long conversations, right? Too long sometimes, but I enjoy it because it feels great. The freedom of doing what you love every single day and getting paid for it is a gift. It's what I call the law of exchange. A lot of people, we get the money, but in the process, we lose our soul. Now, many times people say, well, how am I going to make it? Okay, once again, you have equated this job with who you are. You feel you are only worthy of this. You feel you are only good at this. I realize, no. Many of us, we don't want to start from scratch. And that's what happens with the other work. Maybe you've got a business plan. Maybe you want to open up your own jewelry line, your own raw food line, and invite Ralph Smart to come and eat there, your own restaurant. I'm going to be there. Don't worry about it, okay? Now, that takes work. It's easy to dream. It's a lot harder to make your dreams a reality. So, you've got to be working somewhere at the same time, be working on your other vision. You don't want to just go cold turkey and leave a job when you haven't got anything going for you. You can do that, but you got to be brave. Now, the great paradox is that a lot of us, we want security from our jobs, but we can't move. You're secure now, but you've got no freedom, because that's the great trap of security. It's a false sense of security because security is the great illusion. Everything is forever changing. I don't know where I'm going to be next week. Neither do you. Don't worry about it. Okay, so you have to learn to embrace the unknown. And that's what happens when you start working on your unique energetic signature. Okay, and it's only few people that actually do, because most people are terrified. Do you know why a lot of people work in miserable jobs they absolutely hate? Because it has become a comfortable prison. See, work was the first invention to cure boredom. No. Work was the first invention to escape questioning the meaning of your existence. Can I get a hello there? What I used to do, I used to run to work. Why? Because I didn't create a sanctuary. You've got to create a sanctuary to move into a job that serves you. You've got to want to be there. Look, I want to be here right now. I've got the birds behind me. I've got the trees around me. I've got that beautiful prana. Now, if your home is in chaos, most people want to run to their work, which is another chaos. So you go from one chaos to one chaos, back to chaos. You've got to create a sanctuary for you. And that goes on to the next tip, which is all about going on the retreat. You see, once again, you've got to slow down. You're beginning to question where you work because you're having a breakdown. That's a sign you really should stop and evaluate what you're doing, because sometimes it might be too late. Okay, you don't want to call whoever you call. Open your address book, find that number. No, you don't want to do that. It takes too long. So, once you go into a deep state of meditation, and meditation, I'm not talking about sitting under a tree singing Kumbaya. I'm talking about how meditation itself is the act of non-judgment towards oneself. You don't judge yourself for being in a crappy job. No, you see that this has helped your evolutionary process. You've also got a lot of strengths. Okay? You wake up every single day to go there. Now imagine if you had that same energy to do what you love. You would be flying. And that's what you've got to do. But once again, you've got to take time to listen to your inner voice. You've got to take time to become very grounded. And once you do that, you get more clarity into what you want to do. And then you take the first step. It's going to be daunting, okay? Don't worry about it. Now, how we take the first step is by what I call priming. You see, we go to a crappy job every single day because we have primed our we have primed our subconscious mind to say, okay, this is what I do. From inside of your home, you wake up to the same environment, and this is your cue to go to work. So you've got to start priming your brain to do what you love. How did I do it? I bought a camera and said, I'm going to share my vision with the world. No, I left my camera basically in front of me, right? By the side of my bed, reminding me to follow my true vision, and it paid off. It does wonders. Okay, that's how you take the first step. You've got to change your whole routine. You've got to change the routine. You've got to realize there are no mistakes. Okay, but more so, you owe it to yourself. You don't want to get to 80 and say, gosh, I made a lot of mistakes. Be fortunate you can see it right now and you can make a change. Take the first step. And if you say, oh, they've got a better job than me, you've got to be very careful when you compare yourself with other people. What helped me along my journey, I wasn't looking for a blueprint. I created my own blueprint, right? Because it hasn't been done before. That's the mindset you've got to have in whatever you want to go into. Say, okay, other people are doing it, but nobody is doing it like me. And that is how you create your own enterprise and do what you love, create value, get paid for it. Breathe in that beautiful prana, say, can I get a hello there? And then say, have a beautiful day. We are out here having fun. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace.